Coming up on State of Events, Oakland union workers are on strike with thousands taking it to the streets to speak out against unfair work conditions.
And major price changes might be coming to parking meters in San Francisco. We have the details on how it affects you. State of Events starts now.
Welcome to State of Events. I'm Corinne Rivera.
And I'm Gabby Gebhardt.
More than 3,000 Oakland City employees are going on strike today to protest what they allege are the city's unfair labor practices. In a statement on Friday night, the city said that due to the significant staff shortages, the strike will force them to close nearly every city facility. The multiple unions that are on strike are fighting for increased compensation and concerns with workplace conditions, understaffing levels, and cost of living. Firefighters and police officers will not be participating in the strike. This past weekend marked the one-year anniversary of the deadly ghost ship fire in Oakland. On Monday, the much-anticipated preliminary hearing began. Derek Almina and Max Harris are two ghost ship tenants accused of causing the deaths of 36 people. Over the next 5 days, several witnesses are expected to testify about police and fire investigations, the conditions of the warehouse, and what led to the deadly blaze.
And if you often drive in the Bay Area, you know how difficult it is to find parking. But now it might get worse. Verani Kunzervong charges through the headache and stress of surged meter parking.
Parking in San Francisco may get more costly for residents.
I don't want it at all.
The Municipal Transportation Agency proposed a new bill to upcharge meter parking during busy hours. The pending proposal affects all meters in the city, but mainly near bustle areas like AT&T Park. Price rates can go as low as 50 cents to as high as $8 an hour. Other hotspots affected include downtown, the Mission, and Fisherman's Wharf. MTA officials said it's efficient because it encourages residents to use alternative modes of transportation, like biking or Muni. Reactions to the proposition are mixed.
It's a big help.
I don't really think that making it more expensive is going to benefit drivers. It'll probably benefit the city, but yeah, I'll probably take public transportation.
The MTA Board of Directors will finalize the plan by tonight. For now, pay up or start thinking of other ways to get around. In San Francisco, I'm Verani Kunzervong for State of Events.
Thanks for that, Verani. And early Saturday morning, a toll taker was killed when a truck plowed into a line of cars at the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge toll plaza. The Caltrans employee was identified as CC Hahn. 10 minutes after Hahn began her shift at booth number 14, a truck sped through her booth. The driver was identified as Daniel Burke, who was injured and ejected from his truck. He was charged with vehicular manslaughter and driving under the influence. Hahn leaves behind a 10-year-old daughter and a loving husband and family. God bless them all.
A fast-moving, wind-fueled wildfire swept through Ventura, California this morning. It burned approximately 45,000 acres and forced 27,000 people to evacuate. The fire is 0% contained. Estimates on casualties are still coming in. And from southern to northern California, the aftermath of the North Bay wildfires continues. More and more people are putting their vacant lots up for sale. A grim reminder of the devastating fires that killed 44 people and destroyed nearly 9,000 structures. Many people that are now without homes can't afford to rebuild and are forced to sell their lots for a third of the money they would have gotten if their house still stood. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Supreme Court's latest ruling on the president's travel ban.
And the president's tweets about Michael Flynn raised questions this week about what Trump actually knew before firing Flynn. More details are ahead.
Welcome back to State of Events.
We hope you are having a pleasant afternoon today.
The Supreme Court ruled on Monday that President Trump's third travel ban proclamation can go into effect while lower courts review its merits. This will indefinitely block the travel of most citizens from Iran, Chad, Libya, North Korea, Syria, Yemen, and Somalia. Under this order, the ban has no end date and the restrictions are different for each country. The federal government could consider revising the restrictions depending on certain standards. On Friday, former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI about his contacts with the former Russian ambassador. He's now cooperating with Robert Mueller's investigation into whether the Trump campaign coordinated with Russia during last year's election. On Saturday, Trump tweeted that he fired Flynn for lying to the FBI. Many people are pointing out that if Trump knew this when he asked former FBI Director James Comey to lay off the investigation into Flynn, it could signal that the president obstructed justice. But President Trump's lawyer released a statement saying that he wrote the tweet.
And today, the Executive Board of the International Olympic Committee has decided that Russia will not be allowed to participate in the 2018 Winter Games in South Korea. An investigation exposed that the Russian government has helped hide the use of performance-enhancing drugs of about 1,000 Russian athletes from the years 2011 to 2014. 25 Russian Olympians have been suspended from the Games for life, and 11 medals have been revoked. You can follow this story as it develops on our Twitter at State of Events San Francisco. And later in the show, we'll tell you more details on the World Cup hosted by Russia as the groups are revealed. And if you have not gotten the flu shot yet, doctors say it is not too late. They're expecting this year's flu season to be worse than last year. The Center for Disease Control recommends it after an increase of reported flu cases over the last couple of months. A more serious strain of the flu is being found in patients across the nation. Mostly the strains found are influenza A and influenza B, so be sure to get those flu shots now.
On Monday, the Walt Disney Family Museum offered free admission. The museum showcases the inspiring story and achievements of Walt, the man who transformed the film industry. There was also a special lighting of the three-dimensional model of the Disney family home. If you wish to visit this nonprofit organization, it's located in the beautiful Presidio of San Francisco. Walt Disney's birthday actually falls today on December 5th, but the museum is closed on Tuesdays and they want to honor their normal hours of operation.
And from Japan to San Francisco, sky gazers rejoice. A supermoon was in full effect all weekend long, leading into Monday evening. A supermoon occurs when a full moon coincides with the moon's closest approach to Earth in its orbit. So stay tuned. 2 more supermoons are to come in January of 2018.
Prepare to be entertained. Tyler McKinney is in the studio with our weekly entertainment news roundup. Tyler?
Thanks, Corinne. A lot has been going on in the entertainment world lately, per usual. The holidays and finals are approaching, so you may be behind on the gossip, but don't worry, I got you covered.
The 2017 Victoria's Secret fashion show took place in Shanghai. It was all fun smiles and push-up bras. It's what we didn't see that got the internet buzzing. Now, if you've heard Bodak Yellow by Cardi B, you know that some of the words used are controversial. A video was released of the models rapping the song lyrics backstage. Twitter users were pissed because a certain word was used. Take a look at the video. Were they in the wrong? Did you hear that bleep? In other news, Rihanna had a street named after her. Ugh, Fenty Beauty and now this? I'm overwhelmed and contemplating moving to Barbados to live on Rihanna Drive. Doesn't she look amazing? The 2018 Grammy nominations are here, and for the first time since 1999, the Album of the Year category doesn't include a white male or group. Why is this news? Because it's rare. Artists of color and their fans are jumping for joy. Childish Gambino, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Lorde, and Bruno Mars are in the running. Why did it take so long to include some diversity? I'm just wondering. We all remember Steve Harvey's flub when announcing Miss Universe 2015. Well, he was called back to host this year's event, surprisingly. There were waterfalls of tears after South Africa was crowned Miss Universe. The second runner-up, Jamaica. She was the first Afro queen to take the stage at Miss Universe. This is huge. Other than that, people are still concerned about whether or not Khloe and Kylie are pregnant, Prince Harry is engaged, and Twitter users continue to shred Tomi Lahren because she's Tomi Lahren. That is all.
For more information on the latest gossip, visit sfsustateofevents.com. I'm Tyler McKinney. Back to you ladies at the desk.
There is definitely a lot going on in the entertainment world.
Definitely.
After the break, we've got you covered in all corners of sports, from the FIFA World Cup to football. Our sports reporters are standing by.
And later, we'll dive into the entertainment roundup where the movie Mulan has been casted for the live-action remake. Stay tuned to find out who it is.
Personal growth, professional exposure. Child Family Health International. Let the world change you. For more info, visit cfhi.org.
It was a busy sports weekend, but don't worry if you missed any of the action. Chris is in the studio and has you covered with updates. Chris?
Stop the presses. Both Bay Area football teams won this weekend? Let's find out. We're going to start off with the Raiders versus the New York Giants. After a quick 3-and-out by the New York Giants, Marshawn Lynch takes this one to the house. Nobody's going to catch him. And that's what happens when you try to tackle Marshawn Lynch. He usually scores touchdowns. Let's take another look at that. It looks like the New York Giants sent an all-out blitz. And when you blitz a running back, he just has to make one guy miss, and he's gone to the house. And then we're going to fast forward to the fourth quarter here. Derek Carr with a little screen pass to Marshawn Lynch. This is all about Marshawn Lynch today, obviously, and he jukes one guy, jukes the other, and he carries about 3 guys before they tackle him down inside the 30-yard line. And the Raider fans in the town are loving it. As you can see on the screen here, they're going absolutely nuts, and I mean berserk. Later on in the fourth, we're going to throw it to Cordarrelle Patterson for a screen pass. And it's like 2010 all over again. When he played for the Vikings, all you got to do is throw it to him, and he outruns everybody. He didn't score a touchdown, though, as Landry Collins tackles him, but the Raiders end up winning 24-17. Now some 49ers action. As you can see here, Eric Reed stops the running back in the back of the backfield. And the Niners are looking for the second win of the season as they play the Bears. The big story of this week, though, the new quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, who the 49ers acquired via trade from the Patriots a few weeks ago, was making his first start for the 49ers. And if that's not enough pressure, he is doing it in front of his hometown area of Chicago. The future looks bright, however, as Jimmy G looked pretty good, and he led the 49ers to the win. Thanks in part to some Robbie Gould field goals, who just happened to play for the Bears as well. And he came back to haunt his former team. Niners win 15-14. With that win, it is official. It is time. It is the Jimmy G era in Santa Clara. Some quick notes, however. The Warriors win a close one last night against the New Orleans Pelicans, 125-110. But point guard Steph Curry left the game with an ankle injury. And San Francisco Giants fans are hoping they are on Santa's nice list because Christmas might come a little early for them. After a horrendous year, the Giants are among 3 teams are believed to land the NL MVP Giancarlo Stanton. Reports suggest a trade will be completed by the end of the week. Back to both of you guys at the desk.
And single ladies rejoice. Like many of us, the Seawright family has a tradition of sending Christmas cards to various friends and family members. This year, Emily's family is excited, expecting, and engaged. While Emily is just being herself, we cannot stop sharing it on the internet. Her family members are paired with their partners and children, and then Emily is just standing there. And of course, Emily and her family are happy to be together for the holiday season. And the time for holiday cheer is here. One little girl from Trinity, Texas had one simple request for the man in red this holiday season. Lyndon Bartell was exhausted from a long day of shopping when she went to visit Santa Claus. When Santa asked her what she wanted for Christmas, she simply replied that she wanted to take a nap. Santa was happy to grant her wish and started to take a snooze with her. If more parents knew Santa could give out naps as Christmas gifts, Santa would be way too busy. And you'll want to stay awake for now because it's been a big week for movies. Yaz joins us to talk about all the details. Tell us what you've learned, Yaz.
Hello again. There's so much exciting news in cinema right now. Here are the highlights. Disney broke the internet again for 2 reasons. First, they released the official trailer for Avengers Infinity Wars. Not only did fans hyperventilate, everyone is asking, where the hell is the Soul Stone? Best guess is coming up in the Black Panther movie. Second, on the same day of the trailer's release, Disney announced their choice for Mulan in the upcoming live-action remake. This is so exciting news. Introducing Chinese actress and singer Liu Yifei, who also goes by Crystal Liu. So far, fan reactions have been positive, myself included. And up next, a sneak peek for Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom was released that said the full-length trailer will drop this Thursday during the NFL game. If Netflix is more your style, they have 14 original movies releasing throughout December, ranging from comedy specials and action thrillers starring Will Smith, and of course, holiday specials. Now for full video trailers and release dates, you can visit us at sfsustateofevents.com.
Wow, there's so much exciting stuff happening. What's going on in San Francisco in the way of shows?
There's A Christmas Carol, the play, and there's also, of course, the Nutcracker. The San Francisco Ballet is doing
Classics.
the Nutcracker. But, you know, if you're over 21, there's a few pub crawls going on. There's the SantaCon.
SantaCon.
Going on. And there's also the ugly Christmas sweater pub crawl as well.
Fun. Are you going to SantaCon?
I am. Go with my mom.
Well, that's it for State of Events. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we all have. It's been so much fun producing the show
been
this
a great
semester, but it's coming to a close.
And we just wanted to give a big shout out to those graduating in January. Best of luck with finals and happy holidays.